Thank you, Jerry. We are all Toastmasters, right? We all participate in Toastmaster meetings. Our club meetings usually about an hour and a half in length. We're very efficient and organized, and usually everything that needs to get done gets done and on time. And we end the meeting happy and satisfied. Most Toastmaster clubs are very similar in structure. We have a set time limit, prescribed set of actions and activities. We do table topics, we do speeches and presentations, we do evaluations. So we know what to expect, right? So fellow Toastmasters, I was wondering, why can't life be more like a Toastmasters meeting, right? Example, in your typical Toastmasters meeting, we have agendas and we stick to them. We don't waste a lot of time on tangents and meaningless activities. We often talk about transferable skills, skills that we learn to do in our Toastmasters meeting that are of great value in the outside world. So why can't we use these skills? Why can't we adopt Toastmaster meeting structures to all the other parts of our lives? For example, table topics. This skilled and learned ability to think on our feet and provide competent and entertaining answers can be extremely valuable for all the other parts of your life. For example, let's talk about your career in business. You're meeting with a customer, they're asking probing questions about problems with your company's product. The skills you learned in table topics enable you to answer those questions with a beginning, a middle, and end, clearly and succinctly. It's not a bug, it's a feature. Because you're so good at table topics, not only do they believe, but they place an additional order. Are you with me on this? Suppose you want to be a politician. You often need to come up with a good explanation of why you're leaning a certain way. Why did you vote for this or that amendment? Why do you think this action is a positive for democracy instead of a possible crime? How about dating? This is where our table topic skills are truly invaluable. I'm sure that most of us at some time of our life have been in a dating situation where you're meeting someone for the first time and we ask questions. And if you're like me, you get asked a lot of questions. Instead of looking dumb, guilty, or fumbling for an answer, we can use our table topic skills to confidently answer the question and sound relatively real and honest. Okay, let's talk about the big topics, the big issues in our life. This is sort of like our prepared speeches and presentations. Instead of just floundering around, it's best to be prepared, practiced, and have a clean, effective, and efficient presentation of what you want, what you need, and why it's important. Let's talk about work and careers. For example, suppose you want a raise or a promotion, or you want the boss to recognize your new and improved process. You have laid out your argument with a beginning, middle, and end. Did you apply your Toastmaster presentation skills? Did your presentation make sense? Was it delivered cleanly and with authority? Did you have good gestures, strong, bold variety? Was your presentation well organized, short, and effective? Did you meander and dance around the points you were trying to make? If this had been a Toastmaster meeting, you would have had a timer timing your speech. You would have had a grammarian listening in to make sure your words are accurate and descriptive and that you didn't say anything really dumb. And we all need an icon in our lives, right? Right? You know, how many times in real life do you find yourself stumbling over your ahs, ums, your you knows? You know, right? If life was like a Toastmaster meeting, you wouldn't have these issues and concerns. So finally, did your presentation work? Did you get the promotion, a raise? Is your boss going to adapt your suggestions? Did you get what you want? In our meeting, we always do evaluations, right? In life, we get evaluated all the time, but there's no real order. Every day we get evaluated, we get judged, right? But unlike in Toastmasters, in life, often those around us really don't know how to listen, how to recognize what we did well. They don't know how to give us suggestions about how we can improve. They're not really good evaluators. They just walk away and you're left there wondering, did your presentation work? Do they understand what I was proposing? What the heck happened? Remember the earlier mentioned dating exercise? Trying to figure out how and why to move forward with your potential relationship? So, did you seal the deal? Or you're just sitting there now, all alone at the coffee shop, having to pay the bill by wondering, what the heck just happened? It can be very frustrating. Why is communicating in real life usually so inefficient? However, if we use our Toastmaster meeting plans with an agenda, our Toastmaster speaking, listening, evaluation skills, our lives would be so much better. So, the next time you're having a human interaction, a heavy conversation, a decision that needs to be made, use your transferable skills. Treat the moment like a Toastmaster, like you're in a Toastmaster meeting, with an agenda, with a structure. For example, in my life and work career, I have numerous clients and numerous meetings. I always prepare and use an agenda. At the end of the meeting, I always try to walk away with action items, with real achievements. Same thing with my kids and my family. When we discuss a serious issue, I try to end it with a plan, with action items. We know what the expectations are and what is next. What do my kids have to do so they don't get grounded? Nowadays, what do they have to do so they don't get disinherited? It's good to have a plan. Let's get a little personal though. What about your life partner? Your wife, husband, significant other? In my life, I always try to have a plan and keep the discussion short and sweet. And then we end it by coming up with a plan to move forward with action items. Okay, yes, it's usually her plan, but at least we have a plan. Why can't our lives be more organized, more scheduled, and always have real results? Fellow Toastmasters, why can't our lives be more like a Toastmaster meeting? Back to you, Mr. Contact Master.